Newport, Rhode Island. And the winds of fortune have favored the Americans in these Davis Cup quarterfinals. Yesterday, the doubles team of Rick Leach and Jim Pugh for the USA closed out Spain, Sergio Casal and Emilio Sanches in straight sets, and in the process closed the door on Spain's cup hopes for this year. Up next for the USA, it's Germany, who join Yugoslavia and France in the semifinals. But there's more tennis on this Father's Day, and a big crowd, including plenty of dads, are gathering at the International Tennis Hall of Fame. Father Time hasn't quite caught up with John McEnroe yet. In fact, his singles victory on day one of the Davis Cup saw glimpses of vintage McEnroe, and he'll play against Spain's top player here, Emilio Sanches. By the way, Dad, parental guidance is suggested. Come on! Excellent weather conditions today from the Newport Casino, which hosts the International Tennis Hall of Fame. This is the Davis Cup quarterfinal round, Spain versus the USA. USA have already won this Davis Cup tie against Spain by 3-0. Friendly hello to you, everybody, especially to all you fathers out there. Happy Father's Day. It's been a happy weekend for the USA. The Davis Cup draw now looks like this. There are just 4 teams left in the competition. Yugoslavia will take on France. USA will take on Germany. That match to be played in Kansas City at the Kemper Arena on the 20th, 21st, and 22nd. And, of course, that will be on ESPN, and we will all be there. Look forward to it, because that is going to be one heck of a match. But there is still tennis left here, Fred Stolle. And what about John McEnroe, who has always made himself available for Davis Cup? And actually, he'd like to play in the next round against Germany. But he's playing on grass today, and he has a great record.
Certainly has, Cliff. The best record of any American in Davis Cup play. This is his forte. This is his strength, the grass courts. He's won 3 Wimbledons, of course, and always puts it on the line. There's the record, 48 in singles, 15-1 in doubles, most of those with Peter Fleming. But he played great tennis here the other day. The best grass court tennis we saw from McEnroe was when he was attacking the ball, getting in early and meeting that return. However, they're through this one, and the next one, they go to Kansas City and supposedly play on clay. I don't think we're going to see John McEnroe in that match, unfortunately.
Probably not. What about the man he's playing today, Fred, who does like to play on slow clay, but he's on a grass court again, Emilio Sanches. This is some practice for him, of course, for Wimbledon, which is coming up in just about 8 days' time.
Yeah, practice for all the players for Wimbledon. His Davis Cup record there, pretty close, 16-12. And but the Spanish boys here, has been perfect conditions. In England at the moment, the weather has not been too good. It's difficult to get practice courts. So here, they've had some good tennis. They've had match play under Davis Cup conditions. I think that bodes well for them all going over to Wimbledon next week.
Plus, they're going to have some fun today because the match is over. That's going to be interesting to see. John McEnroe, of course, won his first Grand Slam title at the French Championship, mixed doubles. A lot of fact, this first match between John McEnroe and Emilio Sanches, the 2 #1 players respectively for their countries who are here. By the way, Sergi Bruguera is the #1 player from Spain now, ranked #6 in the world as of now. He did not show because of an injury that he sustained at the French Championships. John McEnroe is the #5 player from the USA. And Brad Gilbert, who played singles for the USA and will play again this afternoon, the #6 player in the USA behind Courier, Agassi, and Sampras. Here, best of 3 sets today. This is Emilio Sanches serving to John McEnroe. Lives in New York now and Malibu, California. 32 years old, John McEnroe. Has won 77 tournaments in his career. When he beat his brother Patrick at Chicago, Valdo, Chicago, earlier this year, that was number 77.
First couple of backhand returns from McEnroe. He hasn't gone forward on the ball, but as he gets warmed up, you'll really see that happen. Emilio Sanches there, the #1 player from Spain, 26 years of age.
Moved to Barcelona, which is where all the real players interested in tennis in Spain move to. That's where the hotbed of tennis is. They have a tournament, of course, in Madrid and Barcelona both. In fact, Emilio Sanches won the tournament in Barcelona earlier this year. He also won the Italian championships.
One of the best matches I saw in 1990 was between these two at the U.S. Open. An incredible first weekend of the U.S. Open match, finally won by John McEnroe. The only match I think I maybe enjoyed more in 1990 was Austrian Davis Cup, Michael Chang winning it in the 5th set against Horst Schaaf.
With cramp.
Game point, first game. McEnroe got to the semi-finals at the U.S. Open last year, and his brother Patrick got to the semi-finals, the Australian first Grand Slam of this year.
That's the backhand that I was alluding to. He meets that one earlier and goes forward on it, blocks it down the line, and doesn't try to hit outright winners. He tries to get it around the feet of the incoming volley, around that service line area, whether it's close to the singles alley or down the middle. Try and get your opponent coming into volley up in the air so you have a crack at that next passing shot. Well-played point from McEnroe there. Gorman's got to be happy with that. He practiced in the practice sessions. He was practicing that backhand lob the last couple of days. See the nod of appreciation from Gorman there, and it's worked well for him. In his first match, he kept Carbonell away from the net with some well-placed lobs.
Big serve from Sanches. That's his first, and he has game point again.
He spent most of the first game going to the McEnroe backhand, so that was a nice change-up for him.
I always think that's a good play to serve to the lefty's forehand. They're always looking for some reason other than that backhand on the return.
Lob is not a bad play early in the match, I suppose, but
Sanchez not attempting to come into the net, so a grass court expert, what do? You don't hang back there, you go in, and it's a good deep approach and sets up the overhead for the winner.
Game point again for Spain. I was going to say, Fred, if you hit the lob, you're going to hit it a little better than Sanchez is there, but
good volley, that one from Sanchez, though. Good angle on it, good pace. And McEnroe said yes. Appreciated the fact that his opponent did play a good shot.
You see these players, both of them, playing a lot more loosely than normal today. And that often turns into some fun tennis. You do have to marvel at his variety of shot, don't you? The lobs that he throws up, and then this here. Where's he going to go? How would you ever guess? You see Sanchez looking for it. He started to move for the down-the-line point. Watch.
He didn't have much angle to work with on that one, McEnroe, either, because the half volley was placed down the middle of the court. Oh! Long first game. Goes to the forehand again on this second serve, and McEnroe, look where he meets the ball. 3 feet inside that baseline, moving forward.
Part of the reason that his game is so good on grass is the short backswing on both sides. There's no unnecessary big, long backswing from McEnroe. Unlike so many of the modern players who take a big Eastern grip swing.
Great point.
Another short backswing, and not that long a follow-through either. And McEnroe, with 2 forehand winners in a row, has broken in the first game. USA leading 1-0.